Alright, first part of this video, we're going to walk through and you'll see what we seen when we first come into this cottage. I'm not going to name any names, but another company come in, they had a ice maker water line bust, and instead of seeing how far the damage was, they completely ripped all the walls out, all the way to the ceiling. It was plywood, whitewashed plywood, all the way from the ceiling to the floor. Very sad, very frustrating, but this is what it looks like before we got a hold of it. Tore it down to the studs. Didn't pull the nails out, mind you. Took part of that doorway we just walked through out, but not the whole thing. Threw away half the hardware to the pocket door in the hallway, or between the kitchen. They left the bathroom, of course. And then when they pulled the flooring up, you see when I walked through this door, they just laid it up against the screen. How nice. The screen's only been about 3 years since it's been there. So, all right, in this video, we've put this house back together. Another company had tore out all the walls. It used to be whitewashed plywood all the way to the floor. And what we did here is we put this metal in here. This is metal roof panels, like you put on your house, with a baked on color finish. And we did that because it has closed cell spray foam in the walls. So this place flooded in 94 or 98 or something like that. And so we did that to, because drywall likes to mold and stuff. So we did that to keep it from getting damaged if it ever does flood again. And even if you have to take these panels down, it's got screws at top and bottom. All you got to do is unscrew it, probably label it, and then, check everything out, put it all back together. That's worst case scenario, but still kind of flood proofed. And with a closed cell spray foam, the water probably will never even come in if we sandbag the doors. But anyway, we've done all of this to these window seals. Kind of got a little rough look to it, just a cottage feel. You got the bar. And then you got new cabinets. Obviously, the new cabinets are the only thing that won't be waterproof. There's not a whole lot you can do there. Got your Lazy Susan. I think that's really cool. And a corner cabinet. This countertops were already here. We reused them. They took them out. We put them back in. All the cabinets are new. The sink somehow got dented up, so we replaced the sink. This is a new sink. Put the dishwasher back in. They said it flooded so bad they tore the walls out all the way to the ceiling. But yet the appliances were fine. So you tell me, it didn't really need to be tore out. Anyway, water under the bridge now. Let's show you this pocket door. All this was tore out. There was not much left of the framing. The split jamb was missing. They threw it away. The door was gone. The hardware for the top of the door was gone. I didn't give us much to work with, but we got it back together, trimmed out nicely. Check this out. I had a little trim work here where the ledge, it was only like a little tiny gap between here and here. So I just connected everything and run it all the way around. Make it look a little nicer than it was before. Run all new crown in this room. We gotta come back later and do the floors. And here you can see the difference, see the new and the old. That for some reason they didn't finish ripping out everything. They left that part. Except for, get this, half of the door frame was gone. So I had to rebuild it. And you see the brown, that was the original. This is where I had to build it new. And get this too, all this is flooded so bad. But they didn't even do nothing in here. She picked a color and I really like it. It looks nice and dressy. See, this one hasn't been whitewashed yet. Cut holes and all that, rewired the thermostat, all that fun stuff. These walls are whitewashed, but they haven't got the poly on them yet, so they'll look a little, it'll make this come out a little more. But I wanted to get the video before I was going on to the next project. So you see, like I said, we have a before video. She's gonna paint this side of the door brown to match the outside of them doors there. Pretty cool stuff here. This room here that I'm standing in was actually built in 1900. This one room. So you see fossils and stuff in this. It's pretty cool. And then this room and part of the porch was added, and then the back was added, and this room was added. All that stuff was done later. But this room here is the beginning of it all. 1900. Pretty old, huh? Anyway. And, we took the metal, bent it around the corner. That was a pain, but it was well worth it. Turned out real nice, I think. The others, we just kind of started in the corner, overlapped it, and worked out real clean and nice. Some of the outlets we had to move over. You know, if they were in a rib, we pulled the box over, moved it over so that it would be on the flat part of the metal. Added this one for her to have some lights across here. We added an outlet box on top of there for more lights, and that one's on a switch. And we added this one just in case they ever want to put a TV or something up there. So, I don't know if you can see it, but right up here, we got these. I'll go around outside in a minute and show you one. On each corner, we put LED lights, and them ones are bright. The fan blades out here had drooped. I mean, they were probably hanging down a foot. So we ordered these fan blades that are weatherproof and just replaced all the fan blades. And they look nice and clean too. Fans work fine out here, but it's the moisture in the air make them blades droop, and so we just replaced them like new. That's the LED light. I'm not gonna turn it on right now, but it'll blind you when you do turn it on. Get a view of the place real quick before we go. It's on the creek. Property goes all the way down there. There's a big deck back there. You can't hardly see it. I rebuilt it years ago. And there's light. We added 2 lights on the back. I'm gonna paint that wire brown. You won't see it once it's painted, but one on each corner. So once you throw parties out here, people see where they're going, see what they're doing. Hurricane Michael had the trees on the roof. We actually rebuilt the fireplace, put the metal roof on, and did some rafter work. It's been through it out here. There's the last light over there, all 4 corners. Anyway, that's it.